Hello. It is July 1st and wanted to check in since I have not done so for a while. So my first report would be that I am now down 25 pounds, and I believe my start date was May 27th. So in just a smidge over a month, I'm down 15 pounds. Since November of 2020, I am down a total of 25 pounds. So that feels really amazing. And I'll tell you, I picked up my hand weights and enough to equal 25 pounds, and I just held it right here in front of me. And I was like, wow, that's a lot. It felt so heavy. And it just made me realize that I was putting my body under a tremendous amount of burden where I didn't need to be carrying that around. And perhaps my body was stressed out and things like that. And yes, I have recently had a bit of a health scare, so that luckily it's nothing serious, but it has renewed my interest on a different level for getting things in check and in order. So I'll talk about one of the things that I'm going to be focusing on as far as what I learned. So there's, as you get older, you can experience some sort of bone loss. So I learned something new today. When I was researching ways to reduce that, I learned that not only does salt affect or deplete your calcium, but caffeine does too. And I was like, oh great, okay. Well, processed foods also learned today that about 75% of the sodium that we consume it comes from processed foods. And the average American is consuming almost double of what the daily recommended intake is of 2,300 milligrams. And that's equivalent to 1 teaspoon a day. So, because of our lovely diet here in America, we're getting our fair share of sodium, which is then therefore depleting our calcium and helping our bones not be in the best shape that they can. So not only am I going to be paying attention to the salt, but also trying to reduce the caffeine. Right now I do consume about 3 cups of coffee in the morning, and I'm realizing that I can do better. So what I'm going to start with is maybe getting some decaf coffee and then mixing it in, maybe a scoop, like replace 1 scoop of the regular coffee with 1 scoop of decaf, see how that goes, and then just like slowly, go down to like 2 scoops of decaf. So we'll see. That's the plan, and I'm willing to give it a go. So we'll try that. Eventually, I would love to be able to kick the habit of caffeine altogether. There's not a lot of great things that come from caffeine. I know that it affects your brain in some negative ways. Just look up the brain scan images of the effects of caffeine. It's kind of interesting. So there's that. So that will be a focus of mine. What else? Oh, if you are having a high salt diet and you can't really avoid it, increase your intake of potassium-rich nutrients. So foods, like bananas, tomatoes, fresh fruits and vegetables, orange juice, stuff like that has higher potassium. So that will help counteract all of that. What else? The other thing that will help your bone density is lifting weights, lifting heavy weights. I did not know this. I knew that lifting weights was good for you, but I did not know that lifting weights would strengthen your bones. I more thought lifting weights was going to, strengthen your muscles, but I really didn't think about it strengthening your bones. So that is also a focus of mine. However, I do have something going on right now that I want to talk to my doctor and just make sure that that is something that is okay for me to do at this point in time. So, the other success that I wanted to report is the inches lost. So, from the chest area, I've lost 1 inch, and from the waist, 2.75, from the hips, 2 inches. And then I do measure other areas because sometimes those other, just basic ones don't move that much. So for the left upper arm, lost 1/2 inch, right upper arm, 0.75. So it's interesting that there's a little bit of a difference there with where it's coming off and how much, and then for my upper thigh, almost 1 inch, 0.75, and then for my knee, 2 inches right above the knee bone. So yeah, 2 inches. Wow, that's incredible. My calves, 1/2 inch, and what I call my pooch is almost 2 inches, 1.75, and then my neck went down by 0.75. So those are pretty interesting stats for me, I guess. Just realizing where it's coming off. Kind of glad that it's coming off in the waist area just because, my clothes are fitting better now. I don't have to go out and buy a new wardrobe. I can go shopping in my own closet for the stuff that used to fit me. And I have bought a size lower, and that feels amazing as well. Let's see. What else have I been succeeding in? Some other successes, NonScale victories, would be being able to be in a social setting and not go crazy with the food. So recently I had a graduation ceremony for my group therapy that I am in, which I want to go ahead and share with you what my experience has been with that as well at some point. So at that ceremony, there was plenty of food and things, and I was able to go ahead and, before I even went, I made sure I was well hydrated. I made sure that I had at least like some protein and things like that, so that I wasn't just feeling ravenous, you know. So I did that beforehand so that my emotional mind didn't take over when I was there, to just do what I would normally do, and like take seconds and thirds and fourths and whatever else, just like pound it down and then take the leftovers home and all of that. So I call that a huge win, because not only did I refrain from having seconds and thirds, I allowed myself to enjoy reasonable portions. I had a piece of pizza. I had 2 pieces of bread. I had the salad. I had, I enjoyed myself, and everything tasted wonderful. I never felt full. I never felt like my food was up to here, and never felt heartburn or anything like that. Nothing. And to feel in control of the situation and also feel like I maintained a sense of, oh gosh, I don't know. What would you even say? Let's see. I didn't feel any sense of guilt or shame or anything like that. I had the pizza. I enjoyed it. I loved it. And it was within my budget. I was totally fine. In the past, I would have had at least 2 to 3 pieces of pizza. I would have taken the leftovers home because they were offered, and I love a good value. Like free food, yes, please, give me all your free food. Yeah. My mindset has changed substantially. A few saved dollars is not worth my beating myself up over, going off the rails and deeply and making it difficult to get back on the rails. I don't need that anymore. It's something that I've just come to realize, that my health, my sanity, my well-being, my love for myself is important, and I like how I feel about myself right now, and I don't want to change that. It's been such an amazing shift for me to actually love myself and care for myself and take care of myself. It's emotional. It's cool. I need this. It feels good to focus on myself and show myself a bit of love. So, yeah. All in all, it's been good. It's been real good. I have been focusing more on the macros, and coupled with Noom for the lessons. The Noom is really great for getting the mental stuff in check. And then the macros is good for getting things moving if you're experiencing a plateau or the scale's not moving, or, just depending on what your goals are, if you're wanting to build muscle, lose fat, or, maintain, those numbers change. So it's great learning about all of this stuff, and yeah, just wish I knew it a long time ago. I thought that I had it figured out before. No. Before, I was just dieting and restricting, and then going in a negative loop of falling off the rails, and then feeling terrible about myself and thinking, well, now you've done it. You've really done it, when the scale would shoot up. And then I would think, well, might as well just throw in the towel. I don't feel that way anymore, and that's pretty cool. If I have something where I want to enjoy myself, totally fine, within reason, and not all the time, why not? Go for it. It's totally fine to do that. But it's also good to be aware of the things that you're putting into your body. If you're fueling your body more than just mindlessly eating, it is easy to enjoy the occasional treat and not totally fall off the rails completely, and then feel bad about yourself and beat yourself up and all of this stuff. And man, my old pattern too was be good through the week, and then you've been good all week, so why not, reward yourself on the weekends and undo all your progress. So frustrating. I'm glad that that's not something that I'm doing anymore either. I'm happy to go to a maintenance level, and instead of a deficit, and then just be happy with that. And that's or something real close, I don't want to overdo it. I have put in some really hard work and effort, but it really hasn't felt that hard. So yeah, it's felt good, honestly. I feel like I'm taking care of myself. I don't feel restricted. I feel satisfied. It's just great. I've never felt like this before with losing weight. I'm incredibly thankful for Noom. Incredibly thankful for macrosinc.net and their support group that they have on Facebook. It's an amazing community, free. To see the progress pictures and just see what these amazing people have done with some hard work and dedication is pretty darn cool. And it's also inspiring, thinking that I can do that too, So I am going to accomplish my goals. I feel it in my bones and in my heart and in my soul. There's nothing stopping me. So gonna have those progress pictures, and I'm gonna be proud. And I'm so proud of the progress that I've already accomplished. I'm not stopping here. So anyway, that's enough tooting my own horn and celebrating myself. But yeah, I am proud and definitely continuing the course. So I do want to post a couple more videos about different things that I've been working on and things that I've overcome too. So, and maybe it'll be helpful to you, maybe not. But yeah, I'm gonna stop it here. Hope y'all have a great evening and good 4th of July coming up. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.